I'm Avery, and I'm really glad to meet you. Welcome to my big backyard. Come on in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Squirrel, I am so proud of you. You are doing a good job getting prepared for winter. Look how many acorns you have gathered. Wait, you mean you still have to gather more acorns? I want to help you, Squirrel. Here, I will watch your acorns for you while you go find more. Oh, hi, friends. I am being a guard dog right now. I'm guarding Squirrel's acorns for him while he finds more. Do you see any acorns lying around? Oh, Mouse! No, no! Those acorns are for Squirrel, not you! Come back, Mouse! Ruff, 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 ruff. He got away. I guess I'm not a very good guard dog. Oh, Squirrel, I'm so sorry. Mouse came and stole one of your acorns. I tried to catch him, but he got away. Well, thank you, Squirrel. I will try harder next time. How many acorns do you need? Wow, that's so many. I'm glad I'm not a squirrel. I'm glad that Avery brings me my dog food and my dog bowl so that I don't have to worry about finding food. Although, excuse you, Tommy, I don't know where Avery is right now. It's past my lunchtime. Thank you, Squirrel. That's very nice of you to share, but I don't really like acorns. I'll just wait for Avery.
Elvis, I am so sorry. Rehearsal ran super late. You must be hungry.
I'm always hungry, Avery. But where were you? You've been gone a lot recently.
Well, I was at church. I've been practicing for our Christmas show.
Wait, it's Christmas? Already? Oh boy. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle
Hold on,
all.
Elvis. It's not quite Christmas yet. We have to practice for our Christmas show now, so by the time that Christmas does come, we'll be ready.
It must take a lot of time to practice for the Christmas show.
It does. And I'm sorry I haven't been here on time to feed you your meals. However, oh good, it came.
What is it, Avery? Mr. Harrell dropped it off earlier, but even he didn't know what it was.
Well, it's sort of a surprise, Elvis, but I think it will be very helpful.
Oh, goody. Helpful. What would be helpful? How about a dog treat maker machine, or a Ring doorbell for my doghouse, or a music box that plays Christmas music that never ever stops?
You have quite an imagination, Elvis. Oh, good. Here's the instruction manual.
Why do you need instructions, Avery?
Well, I've never built one of these before. I saw it online and I ordered it. I need to follow the instructions to make sure I put it together correctly.
Are you going to put it together now?
Yes. Well, as soon as I get you your lunch. Oh, my grandma's calling. Hi, Grandma, honey. How are you? I'm doing great. We just got done practicing for our church's Christmas show. It was so fun. I'll have to tell you about it. So, first, we started practicing by...
Oh, Grandma, honey. They could talk on the phone forever. Avery is now going to take so long to bring me my food. I wonder what this special project is. I'm going to take a closer look. There are a lot of parts. Oh, here are the instructions. Those are very confusing. I don't know how Avery will understand them. Oh, hi again, Squirrel. I'm trying to figure out what Avery is building. She said it would be helpful. Aha, Squirrel, I've got it. I know what Avery is building. She is building a mousetrap. That would be helpful so that Mouse wouldn't keep stealing all of your acorns. I bet Avery is still talking with Grandma Honey. I wonder if I could put this mousetrap together for her. I'm a pretty good builder. Remember when I built a steeple on top of my doghouse? This will be easy. I don't need to follow the instructions, Squirrel. I already know what I'm supposed to build. I'll just do it the way I think is best. Now, let's get started. There. Good job, Elvis. Avery will be so proud. And you did it without following any instructions. Next time Mouse tries to steal some acorns, he had better watch out. I hope Avery brings out my food soon. Well, I might just take a little nap while I wait. Squirrel? Squirrel! What are you doing? That trap is for Mouse, not for you. Oh, no. You got stuck? This is not good. Oh, hang on. Hang on, Squirrel. Avery, help!
Oh, I'm sorry, Grandma Honey. I'll have to call you back. Elvis, what did you do to poor Squirrel?
I'm sorry, Avery. I tried to build your project and I thought it was supposed to be a mousetrap. So I built this mousetrap, but it didn't work because it didn't catch a mouse. It caught Squirrel. Can you help him?
I can try. Here, Squirrel. There. Elvis, what on earth made you think that my project was supposed to be a mousetrap? Did you look at the instructions?
Not really. I guess it seemed like a good idea to me.
Elvis, it's always important to follow the instructions, especially when you don't know what you're supposed to do.
I thought I knew what to do. I thought I knew what would be something helpful. But I guess I was wrong. Instead of helping, I ended up making something that hurt Squirrel. I'm sorry, Squirrel.
I think Squirrel will be just fine. But Elvis, a mousetrap isn't what my project was supposed to be at all. If you looked at the instructions, you would have seen that.
What is the special project supposed to be, Avery?
Well, I still want it to be a surprise, Elvis. I guess I'm going to have to take this apart and put it back together. But first, let's get some lunch. Plus, all this talk about following instructions reminds me of a Bible story that I've been wanting to share with our backyard friends.
Oh, good. Lunch. Finally.
Friends, do you ever have trouble following instructions or sticking to a plan? Well, I think today is a perfect time to be reminded of a Bible story about a man who had a choice to follow God's plan or to do what he thought was best.
In the Old Testament, there was a king named Saul who was chosen by God to be the king over all of Israel. When Saul first became a king, he loved and obeyed God. As time went on, King Saul stopped listening to God and did only what he wanted to do. Because of this, God rejected him as king. God spoke to the prophet Samuel and said that he wanted someone new to be king. God told Samuel to take a horn, fill it with oil, and go to the house of a man named Jesse in Bethlehem. God had chosen one of Jesse's sons to be the new king. Samuel did what God told him, and when he arrived, Samuel saw Jesse's oldest son, Eliab, and thought that this man must be the one God had chosen to be the new king of Israel. But God hadn't chosen Eliab. On the outside, Eliab looked exactly the way Samuel thought a king should look. But God told him not to look at his height or appearance. God hadn't chosen Eliab because God could see his heart. Jesse called for his next son, Abinadab, but God also hadn't chosen him. Then Jesse called his next son, Shammah, but God hadn't chosen Shammah either. Samuel told Jesse, "The Lord hasn't chosen any of these. Are these all the sons you have?" Jesse replied that he had one more son, but he was the youngest, and he was out taking care of the sheep. Samuel told Jesse to go and find his youngest son. Jesse went out and presented his son David before Samuel. The Lord spoke and said, "Anoint David, for this is the one I have chosen to be king." God chose David because he knew what was in his heart. So Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed David in front of all of his brothers. God was with David from that day forward, and he became a great king. Samuel obeyed God and followed his plan instead of his own. Just like Samuel, we should follow God's plan because God always knows what is best.
How to trust. Learning to trust you when it's tough. I've been learning to obey what you say. So help me live it every day. Yeah, I've been learning. You gotta trust the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on yourself. No. In all your ways you must acknowledge Him, and then He will direct your route. Yeah. You must obey, even when it's hard. You gotta trust with all your heart. You must obey, even when it's hard. You gotta trust. I've been learning how to love. Growing to know that you're enough. I've been trusting what you say. Lord, I know you make a way. Let's trust in the Lord with all our heart, and do not rely on our understanding. In all our ways, let's acknowledge Him, and He will make straight our path. You gotta trust the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on yourself. No. In all your ways you must acknowledge Him, and then He will direct your route, yeah. You
Jared. Hi, Jared's friend.
Hey, Avery. This is my neighbor, Hayes. Hayes told me that he wants to be a computer programmer when he grows up. So I'm showing him how it works with an experiment.
Wow, that's so cool, Hayes. I don't know a lot about computers. What does a computer programmer do?
A computer programmer writes codes.
Right. Computer programmers write and test codes for computers to follow and perform different applications and tasks.
So, when you're talking about writing codes, is that like a riddle or something?
You can kind of think of it like that. Coding is the process in which computer programmers create instructions for computers to follow, and it's how computers are able to perform different things, like playing games and creating websites. There are different programming languages and instructions that computers use for different tasks. Although there are different programming languages, they all have one goal: to create program files for computers to follow out the instructions in them. Coding is used in all sorts of technology that we use all the time, like opening an app on a phone, solving an equation on a calculator, and even changing the channel on the TV. Even jargon operates through computer programming and coding.
Wow, computer programmers must do a really important job, as it seems like the things that they code affect the things that we use every day. So, what kind of experiment are you helping Hayes with? Are you writing a new code for something?
Well, we were trying to get this robotic ball to follow a path through this maze, but it seems like there might be an error in our instructions. Hayes, what do you think we should do?
Let's write a different code and try again.
Sounds good. Avery, you can put in the code.
Oh, I'm not very good with computers, but I can try.
Okay, so we wanted to program our ball to follow the path through this maze, but it seems like it took a wrong turn right here and knocked down the wall.
All right, so how do we fix that?
On the tablet, I have tons of different instructions we can give the ball. These instructions will tell the ball where to turn, when to turn, and how far to go. Think of it like using your legs to take a step forward or raising your arms in the air. Our brain gives these instructions to our arms and legs, and we can do something similar by giving instructions to the ball.
Neat. So what should I do?
It looks like right here, it was supposed to turn right, but we accidentally programmed it to turn left. So on the tablet, find a left turn and add it to our program file.
All right, got it.
Okay, great. Let's reset and have a test run. All right, Hayes, you count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, the ball made it through the maze. You know, I didn't really understand those instructions that you were giving me, but now I see it was a plan to get the ball through the maze. You know, this is a great illustration for how following God's plan works in our lives.
How so, Avery?
Well, God is like a master coder. He has the instructions to get people to the places that they should go. When we follow God's plan, it keeps us on the right path, like with coding this ball. When I followed your instructions to program, it kept the ball on the right path. This also reminds me of one of my favorite Bible verses, Proverbs 3, 5 through 6.
Oh, I know that verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways know him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6.
Great job, Hayes! Now, a key part of that verse is that it says, trust in the Lord and not in your own understanding. Sometimes following God's plan doesn't make sense to us, like with the story of Samuel choosing David to be king. God told Samuel to anoint David as king, even though that didn't really make sense to Samuel. David was the youngest of his brothers, and he didn't really look like the king Samuel was expecting. Nevertheless, Samuel chose to follow God's plan, and he anointed David as king over God's people. That decision to follow God's plan led to some pretty incredible things.
Just like the decision to follow the instructions led to an awesome accomplishment for the robotic ball. Hayes, great work today. I think you're on your way to becoming an awesome computer programmer.
Thank you.
For sure. I loved how even though mistakes were made, you tried again with a great attitude.
Well, I'm getting pretty hungry. Maybe we can try to program my computer to order a pizza for us. Or we can try to program the ball to go pick up one.
I love pizza.
Me too. Order extra pepperoni. We'll see you next time out at the Gadget Garage.
Are you almost done, Avery?
Yes, you've been very patient, Elvis. The project is complete. Are you ready to see it?
Oh boy, time for me to find out what this helpful, better than mousetrap contraption really is.
Okay, let's count down. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Wow. It's, Avery? I can't see anything.
Silly Elvis. That's because you still have your blindfold on. Better now?
Oh, Avery. That looks very cool, but I still don't know what it is.
Elvis, this is an automatic dog feeder. Here, I'll show you how it works. This is for you to use on the days that I might not be here in time to feed you your meals. All you have to do is press down on that lever, and it will pour dog food into your bowl.
What? This is the best thing that has ever been invented since bacon-wrapped peanut butter dog treats. Can you go away to rehearsal so I can use it right now?
I've already had rehearsal today, Elvis, but you can try it out right now with a little snack.
Hooray!
Go ahead, Elvis.
This is good, Avery. You really are a master builder.
Well, all I did was follow the instructions, Elvis.
Next time, I'm going to follow the instructions too.
Good plan. Backyard friends, is it easy for you to follow instructions? Sometimes we like to follow instructions, but sometimes it's difficult for us, especially when we think our own way might be better. Like we learned in the Bible today, it is very important that we follow God's plan, even when it doesn't always make sense to us. I'm so glad that Samuel chose to follow God's plan when he anointed David as king. David went on to be one of the most influential men in the history of God's people. In fact, it was through David's family that God sent Jesus into the world. Samuel probably didn't realize just how important it would be that he chose David as king, but he trusted God and followed God's plan. Friends, this reminds me of one of my favorite Bible verses, Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Go grab your Bible and read it with me. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and don't rely on your own understanding. In all of your ways, know him, and he will make your path straight.
Thanks for the snack, Avery. I love this new machine so much. It is very helpful. I can't wait to show it to Squirrel. Maybe you could build another machine that could help Squirrel gather his acorns.
Maybe another time, Elvis. Right now, I need to call Grandma Honey back and tell her about our adventure today.
Okay, tell her I said woof. That means hi.
I'll tell her. Friends, why don't you go call a grandparent or a family member right now and tell them what you learned? Remember, we can show God's love when we follow God's plan. I'll see you next time, friends. Hi, friends. Today is going to be really special. Do you know what holiday is coming up?
Ooh, I do. Valentine's Day, Easter, New Year's?
Not quite, Elvis. It's Thanksgiving.
I love Thanksgiving, Avery. It's the best. I love sitting under the table and waiting for people to drop all kinds of yummy food for me, like mashed potatoes, rolls, and turkey. Oh, I can taste Thanksgiving now.
I love Thanksgiving food too, Elvis. But you know, there's more to celebrating Thanksgiving than just the turkey and the pumpkin pie. Next time on KidVue, we're going to talk about God's gift of friendship. My friends and I are going to put on a Thanksgiving parade for our neighborhood, and I have a feeling there's going to be some surprises in store.
Hooray! This is going to be the bestest adventure ever.
I can't wait either, Elvis. We'll see you soon, friends.